It's a Thursday, one step closer to the weekend. I told you the sunshine would come. Oh, this beautiful morning sunshine at the Beach House Beach Bunker. Welcome to a Thursday. I hope it's off to a great start. Coffee in hand, sunshine pouring through that window. Oh, what a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And we've got an incredible forecast coming up. 7 days of sunshine. Seekers of the sun, we have found it. We are going to get into some summer weather and fast. And we're going to talk all about money today on the show, about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Food, well, of course, we love going to restaurants when we can to enjoy a meal. And that comes with the service of waiters and waitresses. And yesterday was Waiter and Waitress Day. And we got into quite the discussion online involving tips. We will talk a bit about that as well this morning. How much are you tipping your waiter or waitress? And what is acceptable? What are the tipping rules? There's actually some tipping laws in this country, mainly in Quebec, but we'll talk a bit about that. Still with money and actually the elimination of money, making headlines down the road in our capital city of Winnipeg is a new initiative that is getting a lot of reaction online. And it's their parking meters. Normally, the little device that you just, throw in a couple of coins, you go into your meeting, you're on your way. You won't be able to throw in a couple of coins anymore. In Winnipeg, they're going to be moving to digital parking meters everywhere. This is especially important in our area because a lot of us like to go and visit. We've got friends, relatives, maybe some of our coworkers are in the city. We go for a weekend, go to see a game, go to do a little bit of shopping or something like that. And you're saying to yourself, okay, I don't have the app on my phone, all because it's a city app you're going to need. And then I'm thinking to myself, really, do we need money anymore? Is money even a thing? It's all just, we're dealing with crypto and digital and Interact and all this other stuff. I'm taking the side of we don't need money anymore. A lot of people feel differently about that. We'll get into it. And it's interesting we're talking about cash and tips and stuff like this because the United States passed the no tax on tips law last night. It is passed. It has passed the Senate. If you're a waiter or waitress in the U.S., you will not be taxed on your tips. However, there is some fine print. There's always fine print. And we'll talk about the restaurant server's secret move to get more tips out of you. It's a secret move. Maybe it's worked on you. Maybe you've seen them perform this secret move. And you've decided, I'm going to tip a little bit extra. We'll talk more on that. Lots to get to this morning. It is a busy day. I'm thinking people are going to be in and out of the stream today because it's just too damn nice out. Look at this beautiful sunshine. Oh, winter's bell. I didn't realize how long it has been. It just felt like a year since we've seen the sun. I know we needed the rain to tamp down the forest fire situation, but we are at 150% of our precipitation right now for this year on this side of the province. Now, on the eastern side, they aren't quite at 75%. So it's still dry, and really Winnipeg is the dividing line. Literally, like you go on the east side of Winnipeg, she's dry, and on the west side, it's nice and damp, and there's lots of green, and we had lots of rain, and so things are going to be coming up nice. We're at 3 degrees. This will be our coolest day for the next 7. 19 in the sunshine. 19 tomorrow in the sunshine. And then the weekend for the U.S. long weekend, absolutely perfect. Saturday, sunshine, 21. Sunday, sunshine, 23. And the holiday Monday, Memorial Day, sunshine at 25 degrees. North Dakota kids done school today. Happy last day of school to kids south of the border. Enjoy your last day of class. Have a good summer. Hopefully there's a world to come back to in September. Enjoy the rest of your... The Kardashians said we don't even need school anymore. Did you see that yesterday? That was also all over the place. Whatever they say we have to do, right? They know what's going on. Just beautiful weather. So there you go. Some gorgeous weather. And let's welcome aboard some sun seekers and get to it because there's lots to do this morning. Welcome and good morning. Good morning to you. I hope you're enjoying the sunshine. Pebbles, good morning, Road Reverend Pebbles. Happy Thirsty Thursday. What is that bright, shiny thing in the sky, asks Road Reverend with a sunshine and coffee emoji. No kidding. It's been so long. Good morning to Polar Bear and Zumba Bernice and Tracy Roger all in on Twitch this morning. Jody Kaslik is first in on Facebook. Good morning, Jody. Tracy Roger. Daniel is here too. Lorette is here. Lorette on Facebook. So is Richard. Quentin's over on Twitch. Kate804380's on Twitch. Megan, good morning to you. Good to see you. Good morning to the sun seekers. If you're looking for the sun, you have found it. Fantastic weather. Nick is also asking, what is that big, bright, yellow thing in the sky? Isn't it beautiful? The birds are singing. Yeah, everyone's going to be in a good mood now. Unless you work for Canada Post. That is still coming. They did not reach a deal. Another agreement was pitched. It's a swing and a miss, and we've got strike 2. And I think they'll try again today from what I was reading. But time is running out. Midnight tonight will be in a postal strike situation, which means that if there is stuff that needs to get to and fro using Canada Post, that we're going to go through that little song and dance again. I don't know how long that's going to go, but it's going to be rough and tumble. There's no two ways about it. It's one of those things. We'll deal with it when the time comes. Maybe we'll keep our fingers crossed for a last-minute deal. You just never know. Boy, not much on the good mornings this morning. We've got lots of folks lurking, but not many. I think everyone's just getting busy, getting ready to get outside. We have got a lot of lurkers today. Well, good morning. If you're, just tuning in, streaming, listening, don't want to identify yourself, that is A-okay. I wish you a great day. Hope you have a good one, and get ready for lots of sunshine because, man, this is the beautiful stuff. We have been waiting for this stuff for quite some time. Let's get to good thing early here. Let's do yesterday's good thing early in case you've got something awesome happening in your life. Maybe a baby was born. Maybe a new job begun. Maybe an engagement was had. But it doesn't have to be that big. It could be something small, too. Like a nice night with my dog watching the hockey game. And it was so nice to just leave it in good hands. I went to bed knowing full well the Oilers had this in complete control. 3-1 after 2 periods of play. Nighty-night time for Tyler. And so I went to sleep. And it's good. So I'm assuming that the Oilers are up 1-0 in their series against Dallas. Canada has this firmly in their grasp. When does the Stanley Cup Finals begin? Because, there's no sense catching the third period. What's going to happen? Nothing's happening in the third period anyway. Hello? Hello? Maybe chat's broken. Hello? Testing. Just going to test it. Testing. Oh, maybe it is broken. Oh, no. There we go. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone is just like, I'm going to take my phone, listen to the show, no commenting today. So anyway, that was my attempt at humor. Because, as you may or may not know, 5 unanswered goals. What the hell happened last night? What the hell happened? That is kind of a collapse. So it's yesterday's good thing. If you're a Dallas Stars fan, you are very excited about that they won last night. Wow, light on the chat. Then we will rock and roll right into the show. So much to talk about today. Holy cow. What day is it? These short work weeks also have me confused. Feels like Wednesday, but it's actually Thursday. Oh my gosh. It's time for the feature we know and love, Tasha's Supper. This is what we call Tasha's Supper. She always is sending pictures of her supper from last night. So why don't we take a look at Tasha's Supper? I know I'm curious. I know. Hey, listen, it's a showboat interaction. So, let's do it. What'd you have for supper? Anything good? Anything good? I got to come over one of these days and have some of these mashed potatoes. Yesterday's good thing was salmon. Ooh, rich food. Salmon. Oh, potatoes, peas. Looks beautiful. Well done. This has been last night what I had for supper. Last night what... And this is why when we wake up statistically, it has been proven that the number one thing on our brains is not how much gas is in my car, not what is the weather going to be like, not even what is the weather going to be like today. The number one thing when we get up, when we're talking to someone, is like, what are we doing for supper tonight? What are we doing for supper tonight? Because it brings us joy. Supper brings us, this is why food, fun places, mayhem of life exists, because food brings us joy. Cindy, oh my God. Now Cindy's got a picture of, I don't know what this is. Let's play a guessing game. What the heck is this? As Nick's GT, thank you, Nick. I tried a new Pepsi flavor. Pepsi Electric Blue Citrus Zero Sugar. Nice. Wasn't too bad. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being awesome, 1 being I'll never drink it again, how would you rate it? And Tosh can't be the only one to have a camera working on her phone, Nick Adams. What's going on? K-Nick Stowe says, my daughter got her learner's license. There we go. We got a learner's license. I don't even know what we're dealing with here. Oh, my God. Cindy is on mushrooms. Cindy said she went into are we allowed to do this? Are we allowed to have mushrooms? I know the laws are moving quickly and cannabis was quick to be legalized, but wow, creamy mushrooms? Really? Holy cow. And so how long do they last for? What is it like? I have so many questions about mushrooms. Very nice. Bernie says gold in a pan. Bernice is on mushrooms too. I'm late to the party. My body's a temple. I lead a clean lifestyle. No garbage. No, none of that weird, funky kid stuff in this temple of a body. Nick says, GT, I got myself a ticket to see Final Destination Bloodlines on Saturday. Nice. Speaking of which, Final Destination. Love these titles. Final Destination Bloodlines. How about Point to Prove 2025? Did you get your tickets for this? You should get your tickets for this. This is a fundraiser for the Rivers Firefighters Association. Point to Prove Tour 2025, coming Saturday to Rivers, the Riverdale Community Center on Main Street. Doors open at 6. Bell is at 7. Now, we're giving you a chance to win tickets. We're going to do this draw tomorrow morning on the show. And the winner gets 6 tickets, so you and 5 buddies are going to get to go. 12 and under, by the way, just $10 to go to this. If you get your tickets in advance, they're just $15, but $20 if you wait to get them at the door. Tickets are available at CB Aspire Salon, the Rivers Legion, or any Rivers firefighter. And how do you win these tickets? Go to my Facebook page. Look for this picture, the Point to Prove poster. And then underneath, you just have to post one wrestling move. Nick, by the way, put sharpshooter under there. Brian said the claw. Bobby Wright said, the pile driver's a good move. Pile driver. Ryan says, nothing beats the Hulk Hogan leg drop. June says, the single leg takedown. Shay says, a frog splash. I've never heard of that one. A frog splash from Eddie or a tombstone from Taker. Megan likes the leg drop. Candy likes the figure 4. Jeez. The figure 4. Get him in the figure 4. Dan says, I can just hear Dan's wrestling voice, too, in his comment. You never get up from the tombstone. You never get up from the tombstone. Okay, so today's the last day. Get those entries in. We'll make that somebody's good thing when you win those tickets on tomorrow's edition of the show. Nick has tried the new Pepsi flavor, Electric Blue Citrus Zero Sugar. Sounds like he's going to buy it again. So it comes with some good reviews from our pal Nick. Ooh, this is what you'll be looking for. Electric Blue. Blue Citrus Zero Sugar. Wasn't too bad. Now, we asked him to rate it, and he says he'd give it a 7 or maybe a 7.5 on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being amazing and 1 being he'd never drink it again. Oh, gotta love summertime. New soda flavors. Very nice, very nice. JJ, good morning. How long do they last? How long does what last? The Pepsis or the mushrooms? How long do they like? How long does the effects last? Yes. How long do the effects of mushrooms last? Derek says, GT, yesterday I won a contest to work and won, a $250 gift card from a bunch of different places. Holy cow, that's fantastic. Yeah. All right, so we got some new learner's licenses. We have got a gift card for Derek. That's fantastic. Welcome to the show, Quentin. He's busy. See, people are trying to do 5 things at once. It's such a nice day. That's all right. That happens. It's all good. It only matters that you're here. I can see the numbers are all good. So I can see there's actually people lurking. They're just doing other things. Nick says, I've been told I have the body of a god. Unfortunately, it's Buddha. To God, do I know what you're talking about. And Ryan Marcus, good morning. Sounds like the version of Squirt, but blue, maybe. I don't know. Check it out. Check it out on store shelves now. Also, check out the beautiful Elkhorn Resort Clarso Nordic Spa. Hopefully you had a chance to get your tarot cards read yesterday. Thanks to everybody who dropped by to visit with the mysterious tarot card reader. It's a fantastic day had by all. A full day at the Elkhorn Resort and Clarso Nordic Spa at beautiful Riding Mountain National Park. An awesome opportunity for you to check out a host of different events at the Elkhorn. As a matter of fact, getting a lot of attention is this Mrs. Roper party that is coming up at the end of June. I've had people send me all kinds of DMs about this, asking for details. And basically, you know what I know. It's just a special event that they're going to be running at the end of June. However, based on the reaction that we're getting to this thing, you may, if you're in the mood for a fun party, you may want to get on this. They're calling it the Roper Romp. Dress to impress, photo booth, foods, drinks. They're going to change the Elkhorn to the Regal Beagle. This is on June the 29th, a Best Dressed Mrs. Roper contest, karaoke, 70s music. Colleen says, I'm ready to go. Danny says, awesome. Sharon says, book us in. One of the many events happening this summer at the beautiful Elkhorn Resort and Clarso Nordic Spa. Check out their website, elkhornresort.mb.ca, for not only a list of activities at the resort, but also a list of the packages that they have available for you and your summer staycation. At Co-ops of Westman, you're at home here. If you're looking for some supplies for the campsite, or maybe you're doing a spring or summer renovation and you need that extra can of paint, see the Co-op Home Building Center near you with Co-ops of Westman. I know we focus on food a lot, but you know, from home renovations to petroleum products, Co-op gas bars are everywhere, and they offer amazing service. And remember, every time you spend money at the Co-op, that money is reinvested back into the community right here in Manitoba. So whether it's food, gasoline, or a renovation, visit Co-ops of Westman, Heritage, Pembina, Twin Valley, Valley View, Boundary, and Hamiota Co-op. And Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC, Westman's #1 EV dealership. Murray GM in Brandon, lower your fuel costs. Take advantage of some tax incentives. And virtually no maintenance. There is some maintenance, but it is so much less than a regular vehicle. No oil changes. There's fewer parts, and that means fewer headaches. So if you're looking for an EV, we're confident your first and last stop will be Murray GM in Brandon, Westman's #1 EV dealership, where they put you in charge. Take one for a test drive today. Quentin's off riding his motorized picnic table. I know. As soon as the sun comes out, the motorized picnic table is gone. Oh, that's funny. Yes, indeed. So we have determined there is, Derek has got a good thing, and Cindy, just a few good things. Oh, my gosh. Well, the good thing happening in our lives these days is the sunshine, I guess. And mushrooms. We have resorted to the psychedelics of the bush. Yes. We have resorted to mushrooms. How many different colored elephants do you see? What kinds of... I think... See, you have to be careful where you pick them, says Cindy. Picking mushrooms. This is where we are. The show... I'm in the bush picking mushrooms. Okay, Ryan's got a GT offered up. Thank you. They cleaned my street from all the gravel and stuff. Very nice. That is fantastic. Very good. That's good. Nice, clean street. I think I can mow the lawn today. I don't really, I'm not into the mushrooms. My dad is, though. My dad is into the mushrooms. I am, I'm not one of those guys. I like to keep it. I like to keep it on the... I'll have a beer now and again, and I'll behave myself. I'm pretty responsible that way. Stay away from the mushrooms. It's for the hardcore kids. It's for the kids at the back of the bus. You know what I'm talking about, those kids at the back of the bus? They like their mushrooms. All right, so we are going to move on because you know what? There's just we are struggling to. There's just not a lot of good going on right now. I get it. We're all waiting for the sunshine. There's a lot of crap going on in the world. It just seems to be piling on more and more. I get it. I understand. So, what better way to kind of deal with that than to get into an all-out brawl? Ask the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers how that game ended yesterday. That's how you want to just get your frustrations out. So we're going to talk tipping. How much are you tipping? It was waiter or waitress day yesterday, and I want to know how much you're tipping. What is your benchmark tip? Is it 20%, 50%, 80%? Are you a John Bon Jovi tipper and you like to shock people with your tip and leave $1,000 perhaps? Or this is before we take a beach break. This was just the other day at Newark Airport. Anna Tong put this on X. She says, "I'm at Newark Airport being asked to tip on a self-checkout transaction. How much should I tip?" I think you should tip 50%. What options do they give you? Can I zoom in on this? How big can we make this? Oh my God, the 20%. See, that seems standard. So 20% on the tip. You're the one doing the work. You're the one doing the self-checkout. And would you like to leave a tip? I don't understand what that's for. I don't get it. Unless they rebate it, maybe? They give you a refund? So if you tip yourself 20%, that's $4. Maybe they take that off your total. She bought a candy bar, a small candy bar, like Halloween trick-or-treat candy bar, and a chicken salad that probably Tyler size probably gives me 3 bites. And it came to $23. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now I know why it's hard to get a good thing. $23 for salad and a candy bar. Forget that. And then you ask for a tip. Oh my God. I would have lost my mind. I would have been one of those guys going viral at the airport, trashing the computer. Uh-oh, that white guy is trashing a computer. Look at him. Oh, get your phones out. Get your phones out. Oh my God. Look at that guy. Oh, he's trashing it. What's going on? Some people's kids, he probably got into the mushrooms. Those mushrooms will do it to you every time. I mean, what in the hell is going on? That is crazy. Absolutely insanity. Anyway, we're going to take a beach break and be back with more in just a bit. More food, fun places, and mayhem. Where is our beach break today? This is a new one, I think. Feeling the heat, got that rhythm in my feet. From dusk till dawn, I'm going to the Maldives. Sunshine bright, no clouds in the sky. Nika Island, this is called. Gonna reach for the high. Sunseekers unite, let the good vibes flow. There's a party going on, it's time to let go. No matter what goes down, you'll be feeling alright. Ain't nothing gonna stop us, we'll shine so bright. We're dancing by the sea, feeling wild and free. The warmth on our skin, pure ecstasy. We're chasing dreams, we're living for the thrill. Every moment we seize, gotta love how we feel. beautiful Nika Island Resort and Spa in the Maldives, and we've got our own beautiful day shaping up here in southern Manitoba. This is absolutely fantastic. 19 degrees, nice and comfortable, pretty close to normal for this time of year. And it only goes up from here, by the way. So we're expecting 19 today and tomorrow in the sunshine, 21 for Saturday, 23 on Sunday. Again, it's the Memorial Day long weekend, big weekend for movies. Mission Impossible takes on the live-action Lilo and Stitch. Big weekend this weekend for the box office and really the unofficial start of summer and the summer box office run. Monday, sunshine at 25. Also, last day of school for our friends in North Dakota. Grad Day is on Sunday for them. So their school year has wrapped up for another year. And so expect to have some of our friends from south of the border touring around the area. If you're seeing them, seeing those plates around, you'll know why. School is out for the summer. Enjoy that last day of school. Perfect last day of class, by the way. A little bit warmer to the south of us, but gonna be a good day. And yesterday was waiter and waitress day, and we're picking up the discussion on tips. I showed you the self-checkout at Newark Airport. A woman bought a $25 U.S. salad, like a $30 salad. This is probably 2 cups of salad and one little candy bar for $25. Had she had to tip on that, plus there's the exchange. It's like $30 Canadian for a salad this big. Oh, my God, we're all going to starve. Oh, man. Hey, Molly, Tyler, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Oh, man. No tip. If I have to walk up, drive up, or get my food, there's no tip, says Quentin. I have no problem no tipping if I get bad service. I'll just say it as it is. If I get bad service, there's no tip. But what about the person who pours you a cup of coffee, for example? There's the coffee machine right in front of you. I'll have 1 coffee, please. Grabs the coffee pot, puts it in the cup, and hands it to you. I guess it's more of a, did they smile? Were they friendly? I guess I really don't know. I thought that when this whole thing began, it was about tipping for good service, having people come to your table in a timely manner with hot food, and then those tips are shared with other people in other parts of the business, and so on and so forth. MJ is here too. Oh, it's I don't know why it's such a late start. It's such a beautiful day. Good to see you, though. MJ, good morning. Roscoe Higgins says, it isn't mandatory, though. Ryan saying that some places have a mandatory tip. Subway asks for the tip if you pay with debit card. But it isn't mandatory. I guess you have to ask, and if it's no 95% of the time, it's yes 5% of the time. So, good morning, Debbie on Facebook. Nice to see you. We're talking tips. Yesterday was waiter and waitress day, and what is your go-to tip percentage and why? Shannon says, I always tip, but it depends on how well the service is. That's how I thought this whole thing worked. Tracy says, depends. Shitty service won't get you a 25 or 30% tip. I like how people are quick to say what they won't do, but what about if it is crappy? Do you ever not tip? Do you ever just walk away? It's like, I'm sorry. You're not getting nothing. Tosh starts at 10%, works her way up from there. So even 10% if it's really, really bad, I don't know. I think it sends a message. If the food is not great, the service not great, I never see the waitress after she takes the order. You know what I mean? Like, Gail says it's just a standard 15. Lori is 15. Bobby just says, I tip what I can afford. Cindy says, from what I understand, in some places, the restaurants that have a tip share program lose money when customers don't tip 10%. I know nothing about the restaurant business. I can't understand how that actually works. Eamon says 0. I don't get tipped at work. There's no tip to pay forward. A few times someone has been nice enough to tip, but it's so rare nowadays. Cheryl says probably 20. Monica says depends on the service I get. Michelle is about 20. Michaela says about $5 to $10 depending on the service. Mary Lou says, I believe the tip culture has gotten way out of hand. Rick says, Tyler, regardless, you should do 10%. Regardless, you should do 10%, even if it's awful, even if they mixed everything up and they did a poor job. I mean, not that I'm trying to get away with no tip. And 20%, like if the meal is basically standard, good service, really nice person, everything it's a really nice experience. I don't mind tipping 20%. And sometimes I have gone above that. Sometimes when somebody has really knocked out of the park, they're almost bothering you at the table. Can I get you anything else? Is everything okay? Oh, you got a little bit of pop left? Let me top that up for you. You're like, whoa, you're almost bothering me. You know what I'm talking about? You get those waitresses that it's like they're coming around all the time, but they're doing a tremendous job. You're like, shit, I got to give them 30% because it sends a message that, listen, I appreciate you. Listen, you are on your game. And then you've got waiter Timmy, who's, welcome to, sir, can I take your order? Then goes into the witness protection program. I can't find Timmy. I'm out of drink. My throat. I'm out of drink. Where's my food? I ordered it an hour ago. Timmy's gone. He's gone with Elon Musk and Katy Perry up into the stratosphere, into the upper atmosphere. I can't find him anymore. Cindy says, I tip my hairdresser too. Got to be on her good side. What happens now if you stop? We will know. There will be signs when Cindy stops tipping her hairdresser. Whoa. Why? What's wrong? What happened? What do you mean what happened? I just got my hair done. Doesn't it look fantastic? It looks like maybe your husband's weed whacker got out of hand and something happened to your hair. Well, I didn't tip my hairdresser. Tyler said I shouldn't, so I saved the cash, and that's probably what would happen. So it's a good idea to tip your hairdresser and your doctor. Because if you tip here's $20. Can we make this prostate exam like as quick as possible? Let's just get this. Imagine tipping your doctor. What's this for? Okay, I know it's that time of the year. It's for my prostate exam. We need to get this thing done like as fast as possible. Molly says, this is why I don't go out to eat. I can't afford the crap. Well, and you're not alone. Statistics are showing that fewer and fewer people are going, especially sit-downs. We've said this before. They continue to struggle, but special events are still special events. Anniversaries, birthdays, some consider Friday a special event, maybe a hockey game, something like that, and you go out and have a meal. Hannah says 10 to 12%. With a minimum of $5. $5 for bad service. Okay, so Hannah does, that's an interesting little strategy you got going on. I don't like the tip requested drive-thrus. I'm sorry, but if $15 an hour isn't good enough for you to make my coffee, get better credentials. Whoa. Yikes. But you could be nice, Hannah. Be nice. Be nice. Q says, I tipped a girl at the gas station last summer who did my windshield and actually scrubbed the bugs off my headlights. Nice surprise to get full service at a gas station. It was Co-op, by the way. Thank you, Quentin, for sharing that, supporting those that support the show. See, Co-ops of Westman. I will pass that along, too. I do get a lot of DMs on sponsors and really nice things to say. People are kind of shy about putting it in chat, and that's okay. Thank you for supporting those that support me, and rest assured I'll pass that stuff along, okay? Colette says 20% minimum, more if the service was excellent. Why? Because most of the servers have to split their tips with the kitchen because they don't generally make a living wage, because they count on tips. Because if I can't afford to pay 20%, I shouldn't be eating out. I agree with that. I don't feel pressure to tip 20%, though. I'm sorry. That has to be a good job. Brandy says 10 to 15% for decent service. The top should be based on the service, not the amount spent. Hi, Janine. Molly says, I only tip my hairdresser. Because I never go anywhere else. All people are emailing me tip-related stuff. No, more food from Tosh. Okay. And a $10 bill from Quinton. Is this my tip? This is my tip. Okay. Thank you for the tip. All right. Very nice. There's my tip, $10. The first cash I was given in my first business, and when you had a barbershop, you gave me this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's good. You kept it. It's worth virtually nothing now. It's the value. Why did I give you Canadian dollars? I should have given you some U.S. stuff. I don't know why. I kid. That's very nice. Very nice in a frame. It's not what I gave it to you for. You're supposed to spend it on beer. That's when you got that $10, you could actually buy a case of beer. MJ says you should sign it. Can I have it back? Okay, so how many years ago was that? Is there interest on that? I think there might be. Hi, Patricia. Good morning. Good morning. We're talking tipping. This is always fun to talk tipping. And we were talking about what the average tip is nowadays. And this is very interesting because the Senate just passed the no tax on tips. So this is something that the Donald came up with when he ran for president. And look at this. It's going through. So when you visit America, and I know maybe you're just holding back now, or maybe you're not, but the next time you go, chances are the tip you leave will not be taxed. We all know that waiters and waitresses are supposed to declare their tips on their income tax, like Quinton did on his $10. And in this country, the government takes 3/4 of that $10 with a pair of scissors and cuts it, and they get to keep a whole bunch. Now, in the U.S., you get to keep your tips. There are some rules to the game, though. You have to make less than $160,000 a year, U.S. Okay, Stan, that should not be a problem. If you are a waiter or a waitress or any kind of service business and you're making over $160,000 US a year, that is like that's like 205,000 Canadian. I think you should be okay. I think this would pretty much apply to everybody. And the most you can get away with, the limit to the no tax on tips, is limited to $25,000. Your first 25 grand. I don't know how in the hell they're going to keep track of that. But basically, if you're part of a wait staff and you max out at $25,000, that works out to about $500 a week in tips if you're working 52 weeks a year. I know some people that have made $500 in a night. Good luck trying to keep track of that. Next up is no tax on overtime. They're going to get that law pushed through. And for people in the U.S. who are working, can you imagine that? Whoa, that's a big one. Especially if you're in the trades and you're putting in some overtime because you want to go on a holiday or something like that. I mean, guys will be begging for overtime because not only do you get paid more, but if you get to keep all of that money, oh my God. Now, we're going to have a whole bunch of people burning out and collapsing at work sites, but hey, it's all for the money. Do it for the money. They say that this will cost the American taxpayer roughly $6,200 in lost revenue. Well, I guess some people are declaring their tips on their taxes. The honest people. You're supposed to declare it on your income tax. I haven't heard of anybody getting... I don't have a lot of waitstaff friends, let's be honest, but you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to declare it. So yes, tipping, and more tipping. The secret move that gets waiters and waitresses bigger tips. I don't know if I like this secret move. I have had a waiter or waitress do it. When they can pull it off, I hate to admit it, but that's the first sign that this person is going to get a big tip. But not all of them can pull it off. Have you ever had this at a restaurant? The secret move. So what's the secret move? The secret move at the restaurant to get more tips is to not write anything down. Hi, welcome to XYZ Restaurant. My name is Tyler. The special of the day is macaroni soup with head cheese. It's on special for $1.99. Can I take your order? Yes, I would like 5 different drinks in a variety of style glasses, please. Okay, yeah, all right. I would also like 12 dishes from the children's menu and 3 from the adult menu. I'd like them served at different temperatures. Okay, yeah, no problem. I'd like the children's menu served at just very, very warm. I'd like the adult ones served cold, actually. I prefer cold food. Are you keeping track of this? Oh, yeah, no problem. I've got, and you're saying to yourself, I'm asking for a lot of stuff here. I'm asking for a lot, and there's a lot of special little things going on with my order. I hope you remember all that, but when they do, when they come back and they have got it all nailed down and they didn't write anything, that's impressive. That's impressive. With a smile on their face. And have you ever had that happen? Would you prefer your waiter or waitress to write things down? Do you care, as long as they get it right? But it always scares me. It gives me some anxiety when they don't write it down. Are you sure you don't want to write this down? Oh, because there's nothing worse than when you mention you should probably write this all down, and she says, no, I'm good. And you ordered a clubhouse with fries, and she brings you over like spaghetti and meat sauce and iced tea. I mean, that's all good. I just didn't order this stuff. I didn't order it. Cindy says, doesn't matter. As long as I get my order, as long as it's right, don't care. But I think that's kind of a neat trick. It works for me. A 2020 study published in the International Journal of Hospitality used multiple experiments to dissect the effectiveness of servers memorizing orders, with one of them finding that there's no advantage to memorizing orders over writing them down. So really, they got me, though. They got me because I'll instantly, I'm on the good tip train. You know, if they've memorized the order and they get it right, you're on the good, I'm on the good tip train. You're on your way to 20%, possibly 30%. Just keep smiling. Don't forget, I need some drinks. Bernie says, OMG, that just happened last week. When I went out with my friends, the waitress also learned and remembered each of our names. Oh, 30%. It worked for her. Yeah, she's getting a big tip. Oh, my God. I'm terrible at names. Good at faces. I don't know why. Not that means anything, but I recognize somebody that we have met before is like comes out of my mouth. So we have met before. I remember you from someplace. You don't remember my name? Oh, I'm an idiot. That's why I'm an idiot. I cannot remember names, but I do remember your face because it's so beautiful. It never is a good recovery. Especially when it's a guy named George. He doesn't like being called beautiful. But tip your waiter, tip your waitress, tip the staff at Auto Fashion. I'm sure they would. That's not necessary. They just want to have you come and visit. Had another Sunseeker post online a car detailing, and that is so fantastic. Thank you for doing that. Thanks for mentioning Co-op, the Co-op gas bar. Thank you for mentioning Auto Fashion. They work so hard over there. They do such a great job, whether it be interior and exterior detailing, ceramic coating, and paint protection. If you've got hail damage to your vehicle, they are MPI, SGI accredited. So do see them for any hail damage you might have or any kind of TLC you need for your vehicle whatsoever. You'll find them at 255 17th Street North, behind Best West Pet Foods and Lee's Buffet, that 18th Street Strip Mall there. The easiest thing to do, though, is visit their website, autofashion.ca. You can see the laundry list of items that they provide for you and your vehicle. At Kuiper's Family Bakery, I want you to think of the last time you bought baked goods, okay? What store did you buy it from? And how far was the oven from the shelf? Bet you it was a long ways away. Sometimes when you're buying baked goods, the oven that cooked that bread, that baked that bread, is not even in the same town. It came from out of town. It came from down the road. Now, I'd need to take a tape measure next time I'm into Kuiper's, but I would venture to say it's 30 feet between the oven and the shelf. Why do you care? Because when the oven is 30 feet from the shelf, you know that it is going from the pan into a little baggie, little twist tie, and it's on the shelf. Bang, ready for you. There it goes. 30 feet. Okay, bring in some more supply of those. And that's why their breads are so tender and squishy and delicious and delightful, and you just love them. You can't beat fresh. Kuiper's Family Bakery. Pick out many of their amazing products. Go in today and get yourself a treat at 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner beside Tasties. Taste the tradition baked into every bite. And the official oil change of the Tyler Glen Show is Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Your car loves you for changing its oil. It needs to be done. It's like a bath or a shower. You need to keep that stuff clean, just like you need to keep yourself clean. And you're doing good by your car. You're also doing good by your community, because every oil change includes a donation to Bear Clan, Helping Hands, and Samaritan House. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express, 1500 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. Do we even need cash anymore? So when you're doing that tip, we've all just said that when it comes to things like paying via debit card, some stores have just added it on. They've said, would you like to tip, even though there's really not much reason to tip. But the thing is, when you're paying without cash, it makes it a little bit easier. No? Or maybe you're one of these people that pays with cash and then gives the tip at the till. Nothing wrong with that. Or maybe you're one of these people that leaves the tip on the table. A couple of dollar bills, a couple of fives, a couple of twos if you had them. But we're moving to a cashless society, and this is causing a big stir down the road in Winnipeg. Look at these.
Because the city says it will cost millions of dollars to replace these meters, and with many people already using the app to pay, the mayor says it's time to get with the times.
App to pay is what it's called. Now, this is Jeff Keel. He did news in Brandon. He's standing beside this machine. Look at it. There it is. This machine will no longer have that slot for your card. You'll no longer be able to tap even. You'll have to use app to pay. Well, how is that going to work for people in Brandon?
Veda Martins likes to use loonies and toonies to pay for parking at the meter.
I always need a reason to get rid of change, and I feel like that's just the perfect way to just get rid of all my coins.
But that won't be an option much longer.
I feel like that's not great for a lot of people, perhaps.
The city is set to eliminate the remaining 250 parking meters in the West End, downtown, and the Exchange this summer.
To replace the parking meters, it'd be kind of like going to VHS tapes in a Netflix world.
It says the technology on the meters is outdated, they are prone to vandalism, and the cost to replace them is $3.6 million.
Isn't everything in Winnipeg prone to vandalism?
$1 million annually to operate them.
We need to try to consistently look for value for money for the residents of Winnipeg. And with the advancing technology and looking at value for money and then weighing how many people are already using the app and how many people could be using the app.
Right now, the city says more than 80% of parking transactions are done by drivers using the Pay by Phone app.
It's actually a fairly secure and reliable app. It processes a lot of transactions every day.
This is way easier, especially in the wintertime when sometimes the machines would fail.
Zoe Reimer swears by the app. She would never go back to paying by card or coin at the meter.
Because it's easy. Because I can list more than one vehicle in there at a time.
But the Downtown Biz says the move will not make it easier for people to come downtown, as some businesses say their customers rely on the pay stations.
I think it is a really poor decision. It's creating a system of discrimination.
Kari England of Toad Hall Toys says they already help customers who struggle to find a meter and pay, and this will only make things worse.
Not everybody has a smartphone. Not everybody has a credit card that they can attach to it.
For drivers who still want to use cash, the city says the prepaid booklets will still be available.
Prepaid booklets. So if you're visiting Winnipeg later this summer, hopefully you've got one of those prepaid booklets. I don't know. I'm just going to go into the store. Remember the time where you used to go into the store and say, hey, I'm coming to your store. I'm going to be coming and spending some money. They give you a couple of tokens and you put the tokens in the meter. Is that even still a thing anymore locally? I don't know. I haven't been to downtown Brandon in so long. Oh, my gosh. Cashless. The cashless society. Do we even need money anymore? This argument that the one lady said, not everybody has a smartphone. I don't know if I buy that. Not everybody has a smartphone. According to recent statistics, now this is very recent, like 2025. Canada has 41.6 million active cell phones, not just cell phones lying around. We have 42 million cell phones. We don't have 42 million people. It equates to 104% of the population. So that means, realistically, over 90% have a cell phone. I don't think 90% of us have cash. I don't think I have any cash right now. I don't think I have any cash. Maybe they're drug dealing phones. If we go cashless, what about the strippers? What about the strippers? Well, they take Interact cards and charge cards, but I'm not going to tell you how you swipe that. That would be terrible. I will just I'll steer clear of that. We're moving over to Twitch, guys, for hour 2 of the show. More talk on where you've seen they won't take money anymore. I'd like to hear from you. Where are they not taking cash money anymore? I know sporting events, the Jets, the Winnipeg Jets, not taking cash money anymore. Got to have Interact or credit to make purchases at Canada Life Centre, one of many places that aren't accepting money anymore. We're going to talk about that in hour 2. YouTube, we're moving over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. Thank you for being here for hour 1 of the show. Hour 2 is about to begin. Come and join us or lurk in at tylerglenshow.com.